everyone, welcome back to everybody on the Football Zone and to a weekend review. I'm reviewing the Premier League games from this week as well as previewing the European games, but starting off with a convincing win for Newcastle against Tottenham, 4-0 win, a huge win for them in their European ambitions and a huge blow for Spurs. It was Isak, Gordon and Cher. Isak got 2 and yeah, Tottenham dominated the ball, but Newcastle, dominated the chances, created more chances, were clinical with what they had, and it's a big win for them, puts them in prime position to kind of secure that Europa League spot. So yeah, huge win for the team. Moving on into Brentford 2, Sheffield United 0 at the G-Tech, and yeah, it was an own goal from Arbaleska and a late goal from Onyeka sealed the win for Brentford, and yeah, you'd say on balance they were just about the best side here, deserved the victory, fully deserved for them, and yeah, in the end, a dominant win for Brentford, and I think any worries they had of relegation are all but over. And Sheffield United, if they weren't already, I think they pretty much know now they will be playing there for football in the Championship next year. Moving on into Burnley 1, Brighton 1, and yeah, the most comical own goal you've ever seen here from Mirik for Brighton's levels things up, and yeah, so unfortunate for Burnley. Brighton dominated this game and did deserve something out of it, but how costly could it be? Because if Burnley had won that game, they could have gone within 4 points of survival and really put some pressure on, kind of with some form coming up. But in the end, they didn't. It could end up being a big point for Brighton as they kind of continue their European pursuits, if you like. But moving on into Man City 5, Luton 1, and yeah, I think this kind of went the way we all expected it to. An own goal early on, and Kovacic, Haaland, Doku and Gvardiol with the goals. Barkley made it 3-1, but yeah, City got 2 late goals at the end, and yeah, this is about as dominant as you would have expected. Yeah, easy win for City. And in the end, big win for them. And with others around them slipping up, as we'll come on to, they look pretty unstoppable at the moment. So yeah, things are looking good for City now. But moving on into Forest 2, Wolves 2 at the City ground, and yeah, a 2-2 draw here. It was Cunha who gave Wolves the lead before Gibbsway equalised. Danilo made it 2-1 to Forest, but Cunha again made it 2-2. I think Forest at home will be disappointed. They did dominate this game, probably creating more chances, but in the end it was Forest Forest and Wolves who shared the spoils. And yeah, I think Forest, they've gone 1 point above the relegation zone, but they just seen this as an opportunity missed to go further ahead. But moving on into Bournemouth 2, Man United 2 at the Vitality, and Bournemouth really dominated this game. This is another poor showing from Manchester United, whose form seems to have gone off the boil recently. Solanke gave Bournemouth the lead. Fernandes in the 31st minute equalised before Kluivert gave Bournemouth the lead again, but Fernandes from the spot equalised. So yeah, a draw it was, and Bournemouth, like I say, in the end they're probably frustrated not to win it because they were the better side here for long portions, but in the end couldn't get the win, and I think that will really frustrate them. But moving on into Sunday's game, and what a massive game down the title race this can prove to be. Liverpool's horror weekender with a 1-0 home defeat to Crystal Palace. Yeah, just 1 point out of 6 in the Premier League and all but sure exit in the Europa League. And yeah, it was Eze in the 14th minute, and Liverpool didn't have a response. Obviously after that they dominated the game as you'd expect, but they didn't have a response, and yeah, that kind of spells big trouble for their title aspirations. And Jurgen Klopp's kind of leaving Liverpool without a whimper. But yeah, what a result this is for Palace. But moving on into Fulham, as they got a 2-0 away win at West Ham, a big win for them. Andreas Pereira with both goals, and yeah, in the end I think Fulham put in the perfect away performance, kind of smash and grab, but they created their chances. West Ham didn't really do a lot and got their win. It's a damaging result for West Ham. You kind of feel like their European hopes may be fading away, but Fulham starting to end the season really strong, only 2 points off 10th place, I'm really pushing for a top half finish. Moving on into a shock result in the title race, massive result for Aston Villa, as they defeated Arsenal 2-0 away. 2 late goals, one from Bailey, one from Watkins, and yeah, Arsenal terminated the loss of this game, but Villa were clinical at the end and Arsenal just couldn't get the ball in the net. And yeah, City win again while Liverpool and Arsenal slip up, and it's kind of been the way so many times. We've seen it again. Yeah, and even if you feel like Arsenal could win the rest of the game, it's hard to see slipping out. A massive result for them and a massive result for Villa in the pursuit of the Champions League. Moving on into Chelsea 6, Everton 0, a proper thrashing that Everton received here. Cole Palmer with 4 goals, 13, 18, 29, 64. Jackson scored in the 44th minute also, and Gilchrist late on in the 90th minute. Great moment for him as an academy kid coming through Chelsea. Chelsea were clinical here, and what a signing Cole Palmer is turning out to be. An unbelievable performance from him. He really does look like a real star at the moment for Chelsea. A huge win for them. But moving on into the semi-final, the quarter-final, of the Champions League. On Wednesday, both English clubs are in action. Man City against Real Madrid. Coming out to the Etihad, I don't know, will Real Madrid come out and play? They've got it with the players they have, the likes of Bellingham, Vinny, etc., etc. But, City, I think we've seen at the Etihad, they are so tough to beat against any side, and I can see this kind of continuing here. I think City, it'll be close, will have enough just to get past Real. Moving on then to Bayern against Arsenal, and I think Arsenal probably face a tougher challenge, having to go to the Allianz. Obviously didn't get a win at the Emirates, which I feel could be really tough for them to overturn. I kind of feel like they needed to come into this one with at least a slender advantage in the tie if they wanted to really have a chance of progression. But in the end, it didn't work out with that. I think Bayern will definitely fancy their chance, and I think they'll just edge it. I'm going to say 1-0 to Bayern. Moving on then to Atalanta as they take on Liverpool, and of course Atalanta taking this shock 3-0 lead into this fixture. Liverpool, I think, will be so badly ruining what happened in that first leg, and could come back to haunt them so bad. I still feel like Liverpool clocks last season. Will it fade out without a trophy except for the League Cup? I don't know, I just still got this feeling that Liverpool will come back and do it. It just seems like such a Liverpool thing to happen. I'm going to say they're going to do it. Just vibes, basically. 4-0 Paul. Moving on into West Ham as they take on Bayern Leverkusen. And it's a very tough test for West Ham, this one. You felt like they had a chance up until about maybe the last 10 minutes of that game at Leverkusen when they somehow managed to keep it at 0-0. But Leverkusen got 2 late goals, and that's made it a very tough ask for West Ham. Xabi Alonso's side have been so good so far this season, and it's kind of hard to see them slipping up here. So I'm going to say this will be a 1-1 draw, which will mean Leverkusen comfortably progress. Moving on into Lille against Villa, and this was a very evenly matched game at Villa Park, and I kind of expect to see more of the same here, to be honest. 2 pretty evenly matched sides, and a game that you kind of feel like could go either way, really. I think Villa will kind of be content to just sit back and take the draw, but I think that can be a dangerous tactic. They all do have some good players. I'm going to say it'll be a draw though, and that'll be enough for Villa to progress. That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.